So today is December 4th, officially the full moon, last one of 2025. And I talk about this a lot, but a full moon is a release time. Okay, so there's 3 days of full moon. There is the first day, which is like 99%, then the one day where it's totally full, and then the third day is again 99%. So on these 3 days, it is extremely important to release because when we're in the new moon phase, we're unaware of how that particular moon is affecting us because it's not casting any light in the darkness, showing us the shadows that are hidden in the dark, right? And as the light starts to begin to illuminate brighter, as it becomes full, we're able to see the shadows that were hidden before in the dark. And so when the moon is completely full, we have a full understanding of what this shadow is, and in that way can transmute it that first day, release it the second day, and the third day recalibrate. Okay? So if you look at what you are releasing, let's say last night, just randomly, I released a pain related to my son, which actually did happen. It was related to my son and his father and their relationship. I healed that wound because it was something that hurt me seeing it to my son, okay? And so I healed that last night. Today, I will focus on feeling relief, learning the lesson, and releasing even further. And then tomorrow I will reintegrate what I understand from the pain I felt from their relationship in regards to my own relationship and recalibrate that. So now I have a new understanding of self through a pain that wasn't even mine. Okay? So when we are releasing, this is going into the field, the quantum field, the energetic field. And then in the daytime, the sun is picking up on that which was released, giving new light to what you released. So this morning, as I was walking, is when I realized that I was still hurt from that particular thing. And so I started to take care of that. Okay. And then tonight, again, I will release, right? And then tomorrow, whatever I release will come to light. Okay. That's what we're doing right now. So I wanted to read the cards to find out what exactly it was that you released last night that you might need to pay attention to today, okay? So let's call in that energy. I know I talk a lot for an introduction, and that's okay because I don't just read the cards. I read with purpose. I bring in the energy that is necessary for your healing. Because the cards aren't here to predict your future. They're here to talk about your energy. And your energy doesn't stay the same in the future. Free will changes your frequency, changes your energetic field every time you make a decision. Okay? So it's not about predicting your future because every single choice you make changes your field, your energetic signature. Even while I'm reading these cards and you're watching this video, it's changing your energetic field. So to state that I can tell you what's going to happen in 2 weeks is silly. But I can tell you what energies are going to pop into your life. You have to decide how to deal with them, right? I'm only telling you the probability, the possibility. Okay? There's a possibility that you will see the energy of making a plan in the next 24 to 48 hours, okay? Whatever energy comes forward in these cards, it is what's in your field. Energy doesn't fade. It's always there. The only way to clear your energetic field is to actively tap into it, being aware that it is there and doing something about it. Sage is a great way to cleanse your energy, but it's not all energy. It's only air energy. And understand that. When you're burning sage, it's literally there to help clear your energetic air mind. It helps to push away thoughts. Palo Santos is there to help you to innovate. Again, air. Smoke is air. If you want to cleanse your energetic field, you can also use crystals or sound. It depends on what energy you are trying to cleanse. Not all energy is the same. They're all made of different elements. You have to know which energy you're tapping into. If I'm tapping into an energetic or an emotional energy, I need to use sound. Vibration. Vibration moves water. It agitates it and soothes it. Okay? So we have to understand the energy that is not there to predict your future. Just like astrology is not there to predict your future. It's only there to tell you what lessons will be coming into your life. What you do with it from there is up to you. All right, let's go ahead and read these cards. I've got a Knight of Cups and the Seven of Cups of energy. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was Seven of Cups energy. So this is perfect. So I asked what you were releasing, and apparently it is emotional illusions. So that which you thought was going to make you happy emotionally is no longer a delusion. I get that. I was always told that my idea of love was fantastical and not real. I get it. Read too many fairy tales when I was a child. All right, so what is it that we are releasing as a collective? What should we focus on in the next 2 days? That's too many cards. We're not focusing on that much. That would be an overload. Okay. Sorry. I had to stop for a second. Okay, so this is beautiful. Okay, so the question was, what is it that we are releasing? This is wonderful. Okay, so you are releasing self-doubt, and releasing yourself from this mental prison that you have trapped yourself in. You're recognizing that this is a pattern of self-deprecation and or self-doubt, or even like, I just feel so much like self-loathing. And you are ending this cycle. The Ten of Swords is in the reverse. You're saying enough is enough. You're starting to heal. Okay, good for you. I'm going to focus on this star energy, though. The star is in the reverse. This is you, like, not recognizing self and recognizing the importance of self. Understand that every single one of us is important. Every single one of us. It does not matter whether you see yourself as a pissant or a leader. Recognize that each and every one of us is a star. Think about this. I was having this conversation with my children this morning. And it was related to the feeling I had about the relationship between my son and his father. And I was considering, for example, the level of archangel, okay? So an archangel, like, on earth, like, I mean, I was Catholic for years. Like, we never really talked about angels higher than the archangel. And I was talking to my son, and I was like, you're not named Michael for no reason. Your father loved Archangel Michael, and therefore named you after him. He himself was named after him. And so I said, even if it's just for your namesake, I want you to consider the angel, the archangel, okay? So if we're looking at it from a dimensional perspective, the archangel is the angel that is oversees the guardian of this third dimensional realm, okay? the third dimensional plane. We'll just say the third dimensional plane. Okay. Now, the reason why it's important to understand that even though this may be like level 9 of the angels, this is not an easy job. In order to be an archangel, you have to be able to remember in physical form. Our physical form does what? It distorts our signal. If we lose our signal, we gain static. If we gain static, we start to forget. You can't really have an archangel who's forgetting that he's an archangel, right? Because he can't do his job as a guardian if he doesn't know he's a guardian. So, in order to make it to the status level of archangel, you have to be able to defeat, if you will, the third dimension. And I was explaining this to my son, and I was like, you just got to understand that it's not necessarily about the life you live. It's about remembering how many lives you've already done this. If you're here in human form, you have to make it here. You don't just come here. You have to be able to learn that you are a star before you can be born. Why? We hold a lot of power because we're stars. Think about what a star can do. If you can't control you, how in the world could you possibly control the planets that fly around you at very high speeds? Your consciousness isn't just working in this human body at this time. Your consciousness is active in every single place you have consciousness in this moment. You could have consciousness in trillions of stars and not even know it. Well, your soul knows it, which is why your soul is saying, stop denying who you are. You're not just a human. The journey your soul took to get here at this time, right now, I don't care who you are. We are literally one whole cycle after the end of the Mayan calendar. It was that way for a reason. You're here for a reason. And you're releasing this feeling of being so small and so tiny and so insignificant. And whatever pain this has caused you in your life, oh, this is a lot of pain. I understand. I recently did a video about not understanding why I felt so much bigger inside of a small space. And why, whenever I was overwhelmed, I would literally stuff myself in the smallest space possible. That's this feeling in this card. The making of one to feel small. But you're ending that cycle. Ten of Swords is in the reverse. You're no longer torturing yourself. You are healing. This is over. You are releasing. I hear you're releasing a lot of shame for being shiny. I get it. A lot of shame for being shiny. Okay, what else are we releasing? The Knight of Cups came back out again. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. This is very interesting. So these two cards came up with the Knight of Coins and the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups came out first and face up, and you know how I am. I always read the energy of the ones that come with the picture showing. First, so we talked about this Knight of Cups recently, specifically about the fact that he's looking at the sparkly in the water, not recognizing that the star or the source of that light is actually behind him. But that's not what this is. This Knight of Cups has recognized now that that's just the reflection of what is drawing your attention. That's why the Knight of Coins is here. This is a side message for somebody. You're realizing you no longer have to choose between love and success. Oh, I understand that. Lucky in poker, unlucky in love, lucky in love, unlucky in poker. And you're realizing that that's not the way that it actually has to be. So you're releasing this either or feeling and recognizing it's possible to have both. So I feel a lot of action and movement. It might very well be because this Knight of Coins is on the back of the white dragon that I love so much, by the way. That's the same white dragon that's in all of them. Well, not all of them are white, though. There's like two that are black. But it's the same white dragon. There's actually one that's black and gray, and it's like stout. Kind of looks more like a dinosaur than a dragon. That one's on the Sun card. Apparently the inner child wants to speak. Oh, that actually is very interesting. The inner child wishes to speak. It needs to be released. That which wasn't said or felt when you were a child, this is the perfect time to release that. This moon. The spirits are saying release the pain from childhood to re-embrace the inner child. I'm feeling that energy very much this morning because the message that I got this morning from my children's father was actually very childlike. The way that he spoke sounded like a child, and I was a little confused at first, but that makes sense. If this very first phase of the moon is for you to release that inner child wound and betrayals, the inner child wounds, and then the next day be able to release 1111, that which died when your dreams died. I totally get that one. And then the last day would be coming to the reconciliation with your dreams didn't actually die. They just transmutated and transformed. For example, like the dream I had when I was a little girl was completely different from the dream I had as an adult. It doesn't mean that either one is a better choice than the other one. It's just a different time of my life and a different experience that I had. Like I said, your dreams didn't die. They just transmutated. Okay. So what is the next thing that we need to know? Ooh. So I've been feeling this energy a lot lately. and I'm even though this doesn't make sense with the energy that's in these two cards right here, but it was brought to my mind, and so I felt like it was necessary to understand it. Okay, so the difference between Aries and Mars. Okay, so if you look at it just from a planetary perspective, Aries was God, Mars became the planet, right? So Mars was the upgraded version of Aries. And if you look at the zodiacal chart, that's exactly what it looks like, right? So Aries is like the one that is like the fire, the rage, the warrior that runs into battles, just screaming bloody murder and just mutilating everything in its path, right? And then you have Mars, which is not a fire sign at all. And he's cooler, he's calmer, he's collected. That's the difference between this energy that I've been feeling lately. Like, it feels as though the energy is understanding itself better and not changing, but like learning, evolving from that the geyser, Cluj-Nagalivia. I don't have any idea why that keeps coming to mind for me, by the way. Cluj-Nagalivia. It actually, the words don't actually, it's Russian for geyser. Ключ is a key, Nagalivia is the key is on your head. So the reason why, like, I keep going, that's exactly what they do. Cluj-Nagalivia is the geyser. But the reason why it keeps coming to mind doesn't make any sense. Aside from the fact that if you look at, oh my God, the key is inside of your mind. The key is inside of your mind. What is the key? Water, apparently. Drown your mind with emotions. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's go back to this. What is it? The energy comes when the energy wants to. All right. Okay. All right. I have the feeling that these two energies want to explain why they've realized that they don't want to be the dualistic energies of love versus money. Okay. So okay. So this is not, I don't know if this is an external energy for you or if this is your own internal energy, because we have the Knight of Cups here. So this very well could have been, could be an internal energy. So I'm going to read it as an internal energy. Okay. So this is the Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is, the Queen of Cups is your overflow of love. But this is the wounded inner feminine. This feels like you put yourself out there and you gave your all and you were crushed. And that's what these cards say, okay? So the Queen of Coins is here in the reverse, followed by the Seven of Wands. So you built up all of these walls because the Queen of Cups within you was devastated. It feels like maybe there was a massive loss, whether it was like you gave your all to someone and they betrayed you, or you gave everything to something and it ended up draining you. And so this put up all of these walls. The Seven of Wands is the stand your ground card, right? This is the boundaries. But this feels more like this heartbreak, this being the Queen of Cups, made you put up those walls. Okay? Oh, wow. and then a student came along. This is the energy of I thought I was the master. And then along came this student with a different perspective that changed everything. Okay? Now I'm seeing, it feels like it was a quest. Okay? The reason why I say that is these two energies, and this could very well be like your inner masculine and your inner feminine going to your heart. Because that's what this was what this reminded me of. This is you, your entire universe is inside of your heart, right? But you are trapping it inside of your mind. But really it's actually here, right? So you're trapping it inside of your mind. And the page of coins, that's entering into that, well, page energy. What is a page? A page is the boy that takes care of the little things to learn to eventually become a squire, who will eventually become a knight, right? This is the very bottom level. This is entry level freaking internship, right? It's not even freaking paid. This is internship. So you got your two energies here that came to break you free. And really, it's just me. Not me. You. Me. Right? You realize that you were just protecting yourself. Because whatever that Queen of Cups in the reverse was so painful. Look, you don't have to beat yourself up for putting up walls. That's how I survived. I built myself an inner chimney. My own little hearth within to let my fire burn without anybody, fucking with it. It continued to rage. No one else knew. It continued to rage, but it continued to rage. And there it was, trapped inside of my mind. I can feel you all the time. Okay. When you entered into this new energy, and I would like to again point out that both of these are in the level above, right? So the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Coins are both in the upright in the row above, right? And then you have the Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Page of Coins in the upright, okay? So this is building to something. And that's the Seven of Coins in the reverse. You knew that you had to wait. Oh, wow, I feel like super patient energy. Oh, wow. Okay, so what I don't want to say saw or heard or anything like that. It was more like an energy that I felt that brought an image to mind. The walls are melting. Slowly. And this is you in this Seven of Coins in the reverse energy. You're slowly watching brick by brick tumble down, but you're not upset about it. This is what you're releasing right now. You're releasing the fact that you're releasing impatience. I say it all the time. Patience is the hardest lesson you'll ever have to learn until you fucking finally learn it. Oh, wow. Next card. Hard work. 8 of Coins. So instead of reaping and harvesting, she went to work. Dude, this is intense. You didn't just go for that 8 of coins. Like, you set your goal on the world card. So, again, this page has the entire cosmos inside of his mind. And you realize that. Oh, wow. You set your eyes on the world card. And the Knight of Wands. Remember, this is not gender. This is an energy. The Knight of Wands is a very... Oh, hey, look at that. I opened right up to where I needed to be. The King of Wands. The King of Wands. Hans Meister. Okay. Yeah. It's a very passionate energy. Oh, wow. You are diligently working in order to be able to hold the world of this fire energy. You being a water and earth sign, I can see how that would be difficult. They're either boiling you or burning you. All right, one last row. Okay. This is our last row. Give me the grand finale. Temperance. Okay, those 2 cards are what you've left in the past. Okay. Okay. What you left in the past. I actually got 2 more rows. Oh, wow. You are leaving behind lots of, wow, good for you. First and foremost, you are leaving behind this 5 of Cups energy. You know this is not punishment. You understand now that that which leaves is meant to leave. That's wonderful, because now you're releasing the need for control, which was that devil energy, and that makes total sense. So let's say your Saturn is Aries. If you have a Saturn in Aries, you might have a problem with controlling your inner fire. Rage. So, don't get me wrong. There is a such thing as justifiable rage, and I call that divine rage. Divine rage is absolutely cool. I mean, not cool, but you know what I mean? Like, it's necessary. Because if the divine didn't retaliate for, like, absolute stupidity and evil, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Okay? Then, you know, the world would get rampant. Like it has. And then a divine reset's necessary. I don't have any idea where that came from. Just saying. Chaos is our friend when we learn how to control ourselves. So this is the energy you're leaving behind. The Five of Cups, you are no longer longing for that which has left your life. You are no longer trying to take control. This is the Magician in the reverse. Manipulation, that too. There's no more manipulating. This addiction, whatever it was, you know how I feel about the Devil card energy. The Devil card energy is not our trap. It is the gatekeeper. What are you still holding on to that is interfering with your responsibility? Saturn's all about responsibility. Are you worthy? No, it's not about worthy. Can you handle it? It's all about that. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. And this is the last little bit of energy that needs to be released today. Okay? And this is what we've got. Okay, so this is what you released so far. Today, this is what it's trying to tell you to focus on. Okay? You will face your karma. We all do. But it doesn't necessarily have to hurt. Okay? This is saying that you feel burdened. And you need to face the reason why you feel burdened, because it's keeping you from moving forward. Okay? I don't see the Justice card in this particular case as, karma, but balance. So we have the Ten of Wands, the Justice, and the Fool in the reverse. And that's exactly what it looks like to me. Face the reason why you feel burdened, so you can move into the future, okay? There's no reason to feel fear. The unknown is one of the most exciting things about the unknown. You have no idea what's gonna happen. It's an adventure. Dude, like for real, that's like my favorite part of traveling. There could be a problem at any moment, and then you have to solve that problem in a new place. You have absolutely no idea how to speak their language. That's so exciting. Oh, life is exciting. Enjoy your day, guys. Bye.